Capricorn, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is for July 31st through to August the 6th. Let's jump on in, Capricorn, with a Moonology Oracle card to start this reading off. Cards are animated, but I'm going to choose. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, this could be the commitment to a goal, right? Maybe getting fit and healthy, maybe a financial goal, maybe your relationship, maybe a commitment to your job, something that you have maybe given your loyalty, given your word, signed a contract, is being committed. And often, when we start out in a new journey, we don't know what we don't know. And as we get a certain way into it, Capricorn, we realize what's involved and the triggers and how hard it is. And sometimes that's when we can think, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Let's explore further, Capricorn. I have just the major arcana cards here. The big themes, the big life lessons from the tarot, and I'm going to see what you are working with. Yeah, strength. Well, that really makes sense, doesn't it? Leo energy coming through, and you're really being asked to have bravery here, to have courage and keep following what you set out to, keep following your heart's desires in this situation. But you will need some strength and courage for the journey. But Spirit is also saying that you're maybe stronger than what you know, what you're giving yourself credit for. And as I mentioned, when we start on a journey a certain way into it, that's when the inner demons, the insecurities, the fear of failure, maybe the fear of success comes in. We need to soothe that under control, because your higher self and your angel spirits guides are always sending you signs and, showing you the path. All right, let's see what this is about, Capricorn. And to let you know, if you'd like a personal reading to tune into your specific circumstances, the first link down below will take you to my website to check those out. And take a moment now, if you don't mind, to like this video and hit the subscribe button. And you might want to drop me a comment. The engagement is what keeps YouTubers alive. It's very important, so I'd love it if you could do that. And do come across to Instagram if you are interested in more content, daily readings. I'm really active on there and really enjoying that platform. Okay, we've got Six of Swords in this situation. We got Two of Swords, okay, crossroads energy here in the challenge. Capricorn, I've got your major arcana, which does happen to be the Devil card, and we talked about those inner demons, didn't we? That's in the advice, right? Well, let's get the outcome here. Outcome. Oh, the Star. Well, you're definitely on the road to, destiny here and being led and guided, back to that grounded place here. Now, I'll get the clarifiers as I go, but what is very clear is that you are at a crossroads here, or a stalemate in your situation. Now, I'm reading an energetic pattern. You apply it to your life area, but I've sort of, mentioned a few things that this could be. It feels like you're in a situation where your commitment is being really tested, and you're just not sure if this is for you or not. And I feel like there's a feeling of being out of power here, or that it's become more of a trapping than a commitment, okay, with that Devil energy coming through. So the situation is the Six of Swords, yeah, with the Tower. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is that you are committed in the situation. Maybe for the longer term it's a Tower, and the Tower are perceived stable structures and situations in our lives, our relationship, our job, the home we live in, our money, our beliefs and value system. But the thing about the Tower is that it's usually an indication that something in the foundation isn't stable here, right? So it's being tested. Your Tower is shaking, and you really have to decide whether you want to patch up the damage to your Tower, right, and go around for another cycle, and you know what you'll get similar energy to what you have now in the situation, or are you going to let it fall? Because it kind of feels, I get crazy images when I do these readings, Capricorn, but the story of Rapunzel, and she was in that tower and she was trapped up in the top, and she was waiting to be rescued, okay? She was waiting for this Prince Charming. And I think that the story here is that there isn't anybody coming to save you here. You have to save yourself if you're not happy in this, otherwise you will stay locked in that tower. Six of Swords is saying that potentially it would be more peaceful and harmonious if you set sail from the situation and left those high emotions behind. And yes, you're heading into the unknown, but at least it looks calm ahead, and inevitably you will land on new shores. And the number 6 energy is all about balance and harmony. So we have you considering moving on from a situation, because this Tower, you've outgrown it, it's not in alignment, or it's become an entrapment here, or an unhealthy or toxic situation. Your commitment is being tested. Either way, you will need strength and courage to navigate through the decision, which is in the challenge position, because it's hard to decide. I think it's hard to decide because you've been weighing this up, and the equation balances on paper, right? You do the pros and cons, maybe you do the finances, and it makes sense to stay here, but it's unsustainable, the Devil, because maybe it makes sense for some false stability reasons, right? You've got a sense of security here, but you don't have happiness. Maybe you don't have equal power. You don't have a say. There's control here. So the Two of Swords asks us to weigh up a situation, but also doing it, meeting those pros, cons, fact and logic with intuition and how we really feel. I've got Awakening, clarifying that. That's the Judgment card in the Star Child Tarot. And it is time to make a powerful judgment call. This is not just a decision, it's a judgment call. Because the judgment call is, or the Judgment card is really about liberation from a situation that is keeping you like stuck in some way, or playing smaller, or trapped, right? The Devil energy, I always link it to the Judgment card. And I think you've been getting signs, but I also think you've been awakening to the truth of the situation, how it really is and how unfair it is. I've got this real like uneven, unfair kind of feeling. Now, the Judgment card, Capricorn, is the second to last of the 22 major arcana cards. And really the question is are you going around for another cycle here and you know what you're going to get? Or are you moving this across to the world, the very last major arcana, which is grand cyclic completion, like a spiritual graduation? Like, you don't need to go through this cycle again. There is so much big completion in the collective at the moment. Like, I'm talking people leaving 10, 20-year situations, and this feels like it has weight to it in some way. Now, the advice is the Devil, but also happens to be your major arcana, Capricorn. So this is your move to make, and this is your spiritual lesson of being in your power and freeing yourself from a situation that has become, you know, a real sticking point here. I've got the King of Cups coming through. You might be dealing with a Scorpio, or somebody like King of Cups energy that's out of balance. Okay, we've got someone who's trying to do a balancing act here, can be emotionally manipulative, can't get the words out, gaslighting, narcissism, or just undermining in some way, right? So I feel like we have someone who might be using emotional energy or tricks, whether it's a partner or an employer. We've got someone who is maybe making you feel bad, or like giving you a bit of a guilt trip here, about, you know, to further entrap you, or to further squeeze more time, more energy out of you, really, because they're coming from a place of fear. If it's an employer or a manager, they're scared of losing you. Maybe they feel like they need to have you believe slightly less version of yourself so you won't go anywhere else. I guess the same could apply to a relationship. There's fear of abandonment here from this person. So they're basically closing, like tightening the grip here, putting some chains on. What I really see here in the outcome is somebody who's taking those balancing, that fine balance, that, you know, the situation where it's always like I'm just juggling 2 cups of water, and at any moment they're going to drop, and then there's going to be like, you know, hell to pay, right? The Devil, and tipping them out. Right, tipping them out and vulnerably moving on to the new cycle, because there's divine guidance here, and there's a feeling of stars lining up that maybe now is the time for that release, and to heal yourself and to reground yourself. And I think that is what's going to realign you to your destiny. And the star is about having faith and having hope for a positive new chapter to come. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. There may be a child involved for some of you as well, and that's a different scenario that you'll have to be mindful of. But I always say that the pages are the energy that comes in before the Ace of the same suit, meaning you're being set up for the Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, victory is the beginning of new stability. It's basically, for me, the new foundation. Like, we clear this tower away, we let it fall, and then we're building a new foundation, but we're building it out of gold. This is not concrete. This is Ace of Pentacles. We're building it out of gold, and we know that gold is, it is beautiful, is high energy, is high vibrational here. And, it just feels like you can build a solid structure on that. And either way, when the tower falls, you have the opportunity here to really rise like the phoenix and transform yourself and transform your life. And the Page of Pentacles showing up here is saying, Capricorn, that you really are at the start of the new journey that can lead you to the 10 of Pentacles, which is ultimate stability, security, happy home, family life, enough abundance, all of the things that somebody else here is really, dangling the carrot or creating an illusion that you are free when you're really not. So this is about liberation. This is a last call for this situation, and the star is guiding you to your next cycle. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. If you would like a personal reading to tune into your specific circumstances, please do follow the first link down below to my website, and follow along on Instagram, daily readings and content over there. And please do like, share, comment and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. I am sending you so much love and magic, Capricorn. Do take care. Bye for now.